single place anywhere in America that thought that Kamala was the candidate that was going to move those counties her way.
So I'm sure things are feeling good at the RNC. We played a clip earlier of Carville talking about what a disaster it is over at the DNC, specifically how they've burned so many the fundraising arms, right? Like they raised $2.5 billion in 100 days. It's crazy. And like there's like all these people in the fundraisers are like, well, I'm not giving you any more money, you liars. You guys told me that was close and it wasn't. I'm not giving you any more money. What do you know about what's going on with it?
Well, the Democratic Party is in complete free fall, and I think the fact that you have Joe Biden right now pardoning his son on his way out the door and basically flipping the bird to every American that he told he was not going to do that is really the last, the latest and hopefully last instance of him weaponizing the judiciary. Right now, the Democratic Party is kind of a lot of finger pointing. They are definitely in a circular firing squad right now. But the fact is that they have...
Morning, someone.
It's not just...
A little slippery here.
...the bad messenger. Kamala Harris was a bad messenger. There's not a candidate that they have
put
in
any
that
salt
party
down.
that could win running on open borders, inflationary spending in a weak America. That's not what the American voters want. That's why, Donald Trump won a mandate. That's why he has a common sense mandate to secure the southern border, rebuild our economy, and keep our communities safe. That is going to be an enduring majority as long as the Republicans hold to it. That America First agenda is really important. We need to see Congress move forward. We need to see the Senate move forward with the nomination and with the policies that the president needs to implement. If we can see improvements on the border and in the economy and
Salted up to here,
across the world, then we're going to have a great midterm in 2026.
The rest of the drive will be
safe. We're going to be in a great position to win with a new candidate in 2028. That's where the Republican Party needs to be. But for the Democratic Party right now, it is interesting to see them deny the issues that they have brought upon themselves by arguing for a radical progressive agenda that is not in keeping with the American people's interests or ideas.
I saw one clip of her campaign people talking on some podcast, and they're like, oh yes, she was asked really bad questions by the media, and like they held her to an unfair standard or something. I don't think that's it, guys. But anyway, keep thinking that. So yeah, what is one of Trump's cabinet picks?
How was your
I'll push you a little bit beyond the obvious.
Thanksgiving
that you're most excited about? You're like, yes, that's it. I'm so glad he did that.
Well, you think about it, right? People are policy. And you go back to what did he run on? He ran on a strong southern border, and that is going to be Tom Homan at the White House as the border czar, Kristi Noem as the Secretary for Homeland Security. You think about him saying he's going to restore the economy. You look at Howard Lutnick at Commerce. You look at Scott Bessent at Treasury. You look at Vince Haley, who's going to be, the head of domestic policy.
He was in the hospital?
Oh,
wow.
Very serious people who understand the economy and are going to be able to make...
Hope you're feeling better.
That are going to bring down inflationary spending. We talk about...
I've been out of touch. I really haven't even been paying attention to anybody's stream.
Secretary of Energy nominee, right? We've got Doug Burgum going into Interior. The president is going to create a new energy council, which is going to be extremely important for us. So we're going to be on track to be able to move forward with building out America's energy portfolio. You look at our national security front, we've got a great series of nominees, and then we need to keep our communities safe. And I think Pam Bondi and Cash Patel are going to be extraordinarily strong, extraordinarily important.
Tired, yeah, I get that.
For us to be able to fill it.
Yeah, the wife got sick. She didn't have to go to the hospital, although I tried to talk her into it on Sunday. She couldn't even stand up, but she feels better. She stayed in bed all day yesterday. She went into work today. Easy, killer.
If you asked me a couple months ago, what does the RNC do? I'd say, well, they're integrity people, and they'll get out, one of the get out the vote arms of the party, and fundraising. Well, the election's over. So now what do you guys do? What's the job of the RNC? Exactly.
Our mandate's going to remain the same. I mean, obviously right now we want to do everything we can to support the president through this transition period. We're going to be helping with the inauguration, which will be a fantastic celebration for all of the country here in Washington, D.C. on January 20th. But once the dust settles and we move the president back into the White House, we're going to go right back to work, and we're going to start making sure that the 2026 election cycle and the 2025, we've got several state elections in Virginia and New Jersey that we're going to be paying attention to. But we want to make sure that the president has a working majority in the House and the Senate in 2026, and that he's going to be able to finish his term working with, Congress to get this agenda done and secure his legacy and put us in a good place to go forward into the 2028 cycle.
My biggest hope is it's not just a 2-year spurt and then it's lost the House or whatever and now it's over. It's like, no. This is the beginning of momentum. This is the long ramp here. We got a ways to go. Give us some insight in the inauguration. What are you planning for that big day?
It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and we're very excited. There obviously will be the inauguration ceremony itself, which is going to be at 11 o'clock in Washington at the Capitol. We will have several balls that are going to take place that evening, but even the weekend beforehand, we've got a number of different groups that are going to be in Washington. The RNC will be having our winter meeting. But the key on all of it is this is a celebration of America and for America. The president was very serious about being a president for every American, and I think you're going to see that throughout the course of the festivities and his speech. And then I fully expect, once he is sworn in, he's going to go right down to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and roll up his sleeves and get to work. And he said very repeatedly that he's going to, on day one, secure the southern border, unleash American energy, and start working to bring down prices. You're going to see that on day one.
Okay, so the speech is at 11 o'clock? Is that what you said it's at 11?
Yeah, that's the current speech.
Okay, so 11 o'clock. It's got to keep it pretty short. Because like you said, we gotta get some stuff done the rest of the day. The second half of the day is going to be a pretty amazing day. So the speech is good and all, but let's hurry up. Michael Watley, where can people help out the RNC and learn more?
GOP.com is our website. If they want to learn more about the president and what he's going to be doing, they can go to DonaldJTrump.com.
Michael Watley, great to talk to you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Wouldn't that be great if Trump just gave he starts off as if it's going to be a rousing, long speech, and he's like 5 minutes in, he's like, listen, I gotta go. We only got so many days to do this. I said I would do all these things on day one, and it's already 11:30. Okay, this is a band, a nice spectacle, great music, Kid Rock, great job. Everyone, thank you, Hulk, again for coming out, ripping your shirt. Maybe Rocky makes an appearance. By the way, we continue our Thanksgiving tradition watching Rocky.
How about that Michigan-Ohio State game?
So Sly, thanks for coming out. Whatever, give a couple thank yous, and then we gotta go. That'd be great. Shortest speech ever. Shortest inauguration speech ever. Because we got stuff to do. Mike Slater, Bye News Dennis for the word.
Russia-Ukraine conflict continues. Is there a ceasefire in the Middle East? Georgia has local runoff elections today. And are we on the path to a law and order country? Listen live weekdays at 9 a.m. East on Sirius XM Patriot.
We live in uncertain times as we face war, the rise of digital currencies, and record high inflation. The ability to protect our savings and hold on to wealth we can pass down gets harder every day. That's why Preserve Gold is giving away a no-cost, no-obligation free wealth protection guide to help protect the retirement of countless Americans who are turning to tangible assets like physical gold and silver. All you need to do is text the word radio to 50505.
Michigan won.
Put physical gold and silver into an IRA, a 401k, and even purchase precious metals for delivery.
Michigan was predicted to lose by 3 touchdowns, and they ended up winning. So, commemorate that. working in Toledo today, I'll be wearing my Michigan hat. Plus I need a haircut bad, which will happen tomorrow. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab a coffee and a muffin.
They really add up. Here's some good news. NetShare 65 Plus is designed to fill in the protect you from rising healthcare costs. At only $99 per month up to age 75, you get peace of mind at a price you can afford. And NetShare is trusted too. It's been around 30 years. It's not some big impersonal thing. It's a community of people helping each other. Business owners, pastors, retirees. People love it. NetShare 65 Plus just makes sense. To learn more, give them a call. They're great to talk to. They'll offer to pray with you each time you call too. Call now. 833-SHARE-24. That's 833-SHARE-24. 833-SHARE-24. I went to my... Career.edu and take a free career evaluation today. Classes available online or in person. Financial students, including the GI Bill. 529 college savings plans accepted. Not available in Washington State.
Strong national defense. Legal immigration. We are Sirius XM Patriot Channel 125. Conservative principles live here.
Our Patriots call. Disaster, emergency, happened. Whether it's a cyber attack, because those are the kind of attacks that we're happy about. Like we're Trump. We build our military, things are really strong, it's going to be a lot less, I think, the threat of conventional warfare. But that just increases the likelihood of something like whoever getting their water supply to come from. Something like that. So we need to prepare for that because that's what conservatives do. So right now, My Patriot Spot, they have a 4-week emergency food kit, $50 off. Plenty of variety, 2,000 calories, good for 25 years. You need it for 25 years, it's good. And just keep it in the garage, wherever, and you're good. Grab a few of these. But you get a 4-week emergency food kit, you save $50. You can't wait for the emergency to happen, right? There's no one in North Carolina the day of the hurricane that was like, let's go to My Patriot Spot. It's too late. Now you gotta wait for FEMA or you gotta wait for helicopters. Private people helicopters to come bring you food. Right now, preparewithsleep.com.
Sirius XM Patriot presents Breitbart News Daily.
All right. Well, the big boss tried calling me while I was in there. I didn't have my phone with me, so that probably try and call back. I'm not calling them from my work phone.
Native American culture as the DEI movement went way too far. Look, this is
I'll try and call back one more time.
Blackfeet chief was born in Montana. He's highly esteemed. The Blackfeet tribe of Montana, the current chairman and the tribal council signed a letter in strong support to bring the logo back. It honors Indian country. So we've had good discussions with the NFL and with the Commanders. There's good faith negotiations going forward. It's going to allow this logo to be used again. Perhaps revenues going to a foundation that can help Native Americans in sports and so forth. We're making good progress, and based on the good faith negotiations, I made a decision to support this bill yesterday in the committee.
The Washington Redskins, or now what are they, Commanders, may bring back the logo of the Indian guy. Isn't that great? We're back, baby. All the sports stuff's gone. I will never recognize the Commanders or the Guardians. What is that ridiculous? Turns out Donald Trump right now is in France. Big handshakes to the president of France over there. Macron is the first world leader to call for Trump, or to publicly recognize Donald Trump as the victor of the last election. So Macron is taking strong lead toward. He's on the Trump train. That's what I'm getting at. Trump's over there in France right now to be there for the opening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. We'll do a segment back to its former glory, which is exactly what we're going to do in America as well. Spread the word.
Imagine the joy of unwrapping a beautifully packaged selection of prime steaks. Give the gift that sizzles this holiday season.
Slippery.
Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn Shop.
All right.
We've got the perfect present for every meat lover on your list. From an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roasts, seafood, and more. The Lynn Shop is an extension of Meats by Lynn's, which started as a small family-owned butcher shop and is now the premier meat purveyor, providing their world-renowned Black Angus beef to the finest steakhouses. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift that is sure to fill their stomach and their heart. Spread holiday cheer with the gift of premium beef at thelinshop.com. That's the LINZ shop.com. Plus, order now and enjoy 20% off with code SERIOUS. Find the Lynn Shop, the steaks of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Visit the LINZ shop.com and use code SERIOUS for an extra 20% off.
Don't wait. Go to cozyearth.com/Mike Slater before their most loved gifts sell out for Christmas. With a Cozy Earth sheet, start with the sheets. You will turn your bedroom into a sanctuary nicer than any spa in the world, a haven of calm amidst life's chaos. Their bamboo sheet set is the ultimate luxury. It's the nicest thing we own. Not kidding, it's unbelievable. Every single night, my wife and I comment on how much we love the sheets every single night. And then once you get in the sheets, you'll be like, well, why isn't everything made of this material? This viscous of bamboo. Well, they have lots of other things too. Their long sleeve bamboo pajama set, luxuriously soft. You'll love them. You get it by Christmas. Great Christmas gift. Order by December 13th for free shipping and expedited shipping until December 20th, which is do it right now. cozyearth.com/Mike Slater for up to 40% off. cozyearth.com/Mike Slater.
Free markets, religious freedom. We are Sirius XM Channel 125. Conservative principles live here.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. It's only a week old, but the Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire is already being tested to its limits. The BBC's Elaine Nell in Jerusalem.
Had the Lebanese parliamentary speaker and ally of Hezbollah coming out saying that over the past few days there have been more than 50 violations by Israel. Israel, meanwhile, has said that Hezbollah is also violating the ceasefire. It's accused it specifically of moving weapons back into the very south of Lebanon. A lot now really depends on this mechanism that was set up. Both sides can report violations to this committee that involves a U.S. Army general based in Beirut.
Attorney General nominee Pam Bondi, Homeland Security candidate Kristi Noem, and Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth all due on Capitol Hill today. They'll be meeting with senators who will decide whether to confirm them. In the wake of the Hunter Biden pardon, President Biden's approval rating is slow.
As Musk reports, daily presidential tracking poll from Monday shows that 46% of the U.S. voters approve of President Biden's performance, 53% disapprove. The latest figure includes 25% who strongly approve of the job Mr. Biden is doing and 42% who strongly disapprove. This gives him a presidential approval index rating of -17.
Correspondent Bernie Bennett. General Motors adding over 132,000 heavy-duty pickups to a previous recall for tailgate release switches. Those switches.
Looks like there's an accident on the freeway up ahead. Be slow rolling today.
2024 Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra 2500 and 3500 trucks to a February recall of 323,000 pickup trucks. On Wall Street, ahead of this morning's opening bell, the stock futures modestly higher. Dow futures are up 3 points. Nasdaq futures up 6 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So, the following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
My debt problem started about 2016. I needed my life to change financially. I called Trinity
28 degrees.
I ended up joining based on high credit card bills and high interest rate. And my counselor at Trinity has been great, and Trinity has been
I think that's the high for today.
on the right path of paying off these credit card bills, bringing down the interest rate. They have consolidated my bills into one low monthly payment. And I'm
Waiting for a call from the cable company.
So I just want to say thank you, Trinity, for showing me better and
We're supposed to be installing out at one of the buildings out in Green Springs. I got to go out there tonight. Ugh.
And soon I will be debt-free for keeps.
1-800-990-6976.
China banning exports to the United States of key high-tech materials that have potential military applications.
Chinese Commerce
Yeah.
Ministry announced the move after Washington expanded its list of
We got the lakes all around us here, though.
export controls on computer chip making equipment, software, and high bandwidth memory chips.
Yep, the lakes pick up all that moisture and just dump them back down on us here.
Beijing earlier required exporters to apply for licenses to send.
We've missed most of it. Morning unindoctrinated. First snow on the ground, so of course we got idiot drivers. Don't know how to drive in this shit. Not even that much.
Running across the land border between Sweden and Finland that were damaged created by excavation work, according to investigators. Those cables were fixed the day after they were damaged, affecting 6,000 private customers and 100 businesses. News and analysis on hold.com.
First thing, bring your A game because I'll take nothing less. We're going to have an open and honest discussion, but the facts matter. Let's talk about the people. It's common sense. It's principles and policies that work for everybody. I just want to talk about how to fix this country. So let me get this straight. Joe Biden, President of the United States, pardoned his crackhead, tax-evading, age-challenged, prostitute-using son, a.k.a. the bag man, and jetted off at taxpayer expense to a black neighborhood in Botswana because, he doesn't need black votes anymore. I guess it doesn't matter whether you're black enough or not. And now the left, who has not only carried his water, but his medicine for all these years in the White House, and I would say prior to that, even as vice president, can't explain why a wide-ranging pardon that goes back to January 1 of 2014, that date matters, pre-Burisma. They carried all this water. They carried this medicine for Joe Biden. They defended him as competent, the most engaged in the room. Now just simply say, it was an act of mercy. It's a loving dad.
It's been snowing here for days, just flurries constantly. It's been pretty much just a dusting, though. It finally stuck a little bit last night. But
in their own words,
first-time drivers in this shit is going to cause me to be an hour late for work.
No surprise to me at all. Lied not just on the American stage or via the mouthpiece in the White House press briefing, but on the world stage, even when in Normandy, that he would not pardon his son.
As we sit here in Normandy, your son Hunter is on trial, and I know that you cannot speak about an ongoing federal prosecution. But let me ask you, will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes. Now the tap dancing has begun. Scott Jennings on CNN with Representative Jamal Bowman and the usual cast of
Made it back to the recliner.
whoever the characters may be.
Why the hell wouldn't this have me go straight if this actually is stopping us here?
Because of this corruption at the
Fucking
DOJ?
stupid.
Again, I don't think there's corruption at the DOJ. I think the concern is the future DOJ is going to be corrupted.
You think there's corruption there? You think this was a politicized witch hunt? But the Attorney General should be held accountable, no?
These charges were trumped up because
Which one?
the Attorney General should be held accountable.
Oops.
These charges were trumped up because
Oops.
this may just be one of the most obvious cases of specialists being relatively even matched today. In every single front that wasn't specialists, and there's two exchanges that really...
Yeah, I just saw that. I got a notification for that. I'm getting ready to play that. It's funny you say that.
Had one shot to pin the other team with one shot.
I just saw the notification for it.
Let's look at how that went.
Whoa. That's fucking an hour and 50 minutes long.
And we are live.
Oh, you were live.
We are here. What's up, man, West?
What's up, man?
Yeah, well, you know what's weird about that is that YouTube doesn't fucking care, even with permission. They fucking, that was what they demonetized me for yeah, I'll play it on my desktop stream. It's pretty long. We'll play it, review it.
What the incoming Trump Justice Department could do. So that, of course, is freighted in all of this as well. But for now, this moment, this certainly is a decision that President Biden, I'm guessing, did not come to easily. But as you played that statement before, so much has changed since June when he told David Muir of ABC News that he would not do that. Of course, his station in life has changed.
I don't know why they decided this was a faster way.
So that is why, for leading up to this, that's why I'm told a decision was reached finally.
No chat replay yet? Okay.
Together in Nantucket.
Yeah, and he said he didn't want to delay it further.
Typically, I'm only like 15 minutes away from work at this point, but now it's saying I'm over 30 minutes away. So.
One half of Dumb and Dumber. He's not
I like David.
No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion that Hunter was singled out only because he's my son, and that is wrong. Oh, the laptop had nothing to do with that at all. At all.
Combination of both. It's the first slippery day, so all the new drivers in this show. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure there's a little mini pile up here that we'll see. Probably somebody didn't realize a truck can't stop that fast.
Oh, come on. You just have to hear it for yourself.
I think the incident's still about a half mile up, so.
President's statement, I think he lays out his thought process. He lays out how he came to this decision. He came to this decision this weekend. So let's be very clear about that. He says it himself. It's in his voice. He said he came to this decision this weekend. And he said he did this.
Hunter told
the facts of Hunter's cases and you can't reach any other conclusion, right? And what we have seen, and not just us, there's other people who have commented on the president's actions in the last 24 hours. I've lost track of time. And could see that Hunter was singled out. And because his last name was Biden, because he was the president's son.
Yeah, get some sleep, brother. We'll review it. I don't even care about the monetization.
And he also believes, just repeating what the president said, I think the statement in full really lays out his thought process. He said that he came to this decision this weekend, and he wrestled with it. It wasn't an easy decision to make.
Wow, must have been some kind of wrestling match. After all, the Justice Department is fair. They are to be trusted. Merrick Garland is to be trusted. They were reporting on the pardon, but he only wrestled with it this weekend on NBC, on ABC, and others. Now, KJP, the world's most notable black lesbian diversity liar, yes, I said that, hire/liar, management of comedy, or pregnant pause, gets a further grilling and stands by Biden's conundrum.
He's saying his own Justice Department is broken, Corinne.
He believes in the Justice Department. He believes that
I was saying all that. He believes in the Justice Department.
This is his words. He said this. This is the president saying it.
He said it's infected with politics.
I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision making. I kept my word, even as I have watched my son be selectively and unfair prosecuted.
So how deep is the rot? How many selective prosecutions are there at the DOJ?
Yeah. Typically, that's what I do too when I'm doing it at home. I haven't done it from home in forever though.
Oh, but let's go back.
And it was easier when I was by myself in the office, but now that I have constant flow of people, I can't really pull my attention off too much. I've already cleared the accident.
Congressman has inspired you to propose new legislation. What exactly would it do?
What it would do is say that in the event the president pardons anyone in an investigation in which the president is a witness, a subject, or the target, those investigative files will all be turned over to Congress. Congress ought to know whether the president is using the pardon power to obstruct justice. The American people have a right to know. I think it is clearly constitutional. It doesn't prohibit him from granting a pardon, even a pardon he shouldn't grant. But it does say that we will be able to at least find out whether the president is using this power to shield himself from liability.
It offers transparency at the very least.
Oh, Todd Lemon is just pure gold without a shift. Now, apparently, Special Counsel David Weiss doesn't like being put up or thrown under the bus because yesterday he filed a DOJ request with the judge who presided over the gun case.
Yeah, now we're rolling. 12 volt one, really? You said it worked pretty well?
To dismiss Hunter's indictment. It acknowledges
It's a pretty good idea to keep them warm.
Hunter Biden received an act of mercy. The pardon, of course, that's the act of mercy. But that doesn't mean a grand jury's decision to charge him should be just wiped away. Why? Does it matter now? Or is it just more legal wrangling, trickery, and filing to make it seem as
Like your own hot and ready sleeve. Remember Domino's used to have those heated sleeves?
Biden camp in whatever way they needed to do to protect a crime family that has been operating for decades. And now, when given the right
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
what Biden had,
That's really awesome.
shortly on his way out the door as a disgraced failure as a president. I mean, I'm not surprised he's going to protect his son. Are any of you really that surprised? 866-95-PATRIOT 957-2874 Texas David. What do you got, David?
Well, David, maybe you can answer me to this, but maybe, do you remember when Hunter went before the judge and his attorney, and it might have been Weiss, slipped in the clause exonerating Hunter?
Oh, there you go. That's the big thing, is that having those contacts so you're not running around like a chicken.
What happened?
If you ever want to do that again, you got the contacts of who you need to, you know where to go and who to talk to.
It all hangs right. There is something there.
Well, the sweetheart deal you're referring to, that was, I can't remember the judge's name in Delaware now. She actually read the deal. And unfortunately, maybe a lot of judges don't read this, but she read, that's what you're referring to, I believe, where they tried to just wipe the slate clean. And at that time, I didn't question her as much as the questions should have been asked. Who wrote this deal and why would they try to slip this by the judge? That set the stage for Hunter Biden's pardon. And then comes the question, how much wrestling did they do over the weekend to come up with the date of January 1, 2014, pre-Burisma, and through the period of time that Joe Biden
that's crazy.
Didn't have any dealings with his son, was not involved until the White House records, until the text messages, until all of this came out. But you know, if we brought that up, we were all liars and we're that stupid. Florida, Chris, go ahead.
David, pleasure talking to you, sir. How are you? Listen to your show all the time, but what's going on? How are you? I'm just calling because this is absolutely bewildering. Do they really think that we're going to swallow this whole Hunter Biden letting them off the hook for all the stuff that this man has done? I mean, it's absolutely annoying. He was wrestling with, what is her name? John.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Serves, and we're in the position to do whatever we want.
You guys really started something special there. I think that's pretty cool.
Look, you're not going to get retribution legally against Joe Biden. It's near impossible. I would put it at 99.9% improbable, right? Nothing's perfectly impossible. But what you do is you punish the Democrats. They want us right now in the Democrat Party to keep focusing on Joe and Hunter and whatever else in the family comes up between now and January 20th, whether it's James Biden or Hallie Biden or maybe even his wife, whatever part she had to play in this. She is the matriarch in the capo-ing sense because he's too adult to be in charge. But we have
no, man, that's fucking awesome. You don't need to apologize for that.
This deep state entrenched Democrat and elitist
blows me away.
In and out of Washington by throwing them the hell
Blessed to have the means to do it too.
It's time to just get rid of them so that the Republic can continue. Chris, thanks for the call. 866-95-PATRIOT 957-2874. You've got a lot to say on this. I know you can weigh in on X.
Fucking three piggies in the fucking median together there.
Look at it for what it
is. That's fucking disgusting, dude.
And then look at what the retribution needs to be. This administration
definitely earned
is
it.
not going quietly into that good night. Whether it's related to Hunter Biden and the party, protecting their own people, embedding as many as they can. Right now on the Hill, you've got Pete Hegseth and Pam Bondi going through the Senate walk. They have to meet with the senators for their confirmations. That's happening today. We've got to watch out for the embedded and entrenched elitists like Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Tom Tillis, James Langford, and other senators on the quote Republican side who may stand with the Democrats. So it's not just the Democrats on the left. It's the elitists in Washington. It's the entrenched. It's the McConnell wing of the Club of 100. And in the House, you have similarly, or at least they don't weigh in on the advice and consent part of this, but the power is being wielded. And this is the jockeying for position and preservation of an entrenched bureaucracy and ruling class of oligarchs in whatever form in Washington, D.C.
Well, you knew Jerry was special.
Realize what we're up against. Punish the party, the institutions, clean it out. This is why they're running around with their hair on fire, clutching their pearls or whatever. We're going to resign if Kash Patel gets it. We're going to resign if Pete Hegseth gets it. We're going to resign if Pam Bondi gets it. We're going to resign if Kristi Noem gets it. If Tulsi Gabbard gets it. If RFK Jr. gets it. They're going to resign. Why are you going to resign? What is it that upsets you or concerns you so much about a job that you're just supposed to do based on the job description?
Oh, you'll get caught up fast, someone. Once he gets back on the road and you're in chat, you know the deal. Well, we're just glad that you're feeling better.
866-95-PATRIOT 957-2874. Mac, Pennsylvania. What's up, Matt?
Hi, David. Hey, I just want to comment on all the people saying that, Hunter wouldn't have been prosecuted for that kind of case had he, not had the last name by. I'm a criminal defense lawyer in Pennsylvania. I can tell you, I've
Very much.
More than 10 years or more than 2 years in jail. So I just think the argument that he's being unfairly treated, it just falls on deaf ears.
When combined with all of the other things involved, it would take a willing blind person, man, woman, either one, to say that he was being targeted because of it. He lied, he knowingly lied, he communicated with his sister. All of this is deliberate action, and there is just no way he was targeted just because of his name. But in fact, in a way, he should have been targeted.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being slow mode. You definitely are an OG.
Unfair sense, but investigated. Let me change the word there. Investigated, because he didn't make a profit.
Oh, Midwest.
Crappy painting.
Your truck's a Freightliner, right?
No widget, nothing. He wasn't a lawyer who practiced law as you did. He was a guy who sold access to his phone. That's it. He sold access. What was his product? 866-95-PATRIOT 957-287. By the way, in case you think Joe Biden and his administration are going to leave quietly, we're going to get into a lot of this in the third hour with a full analysis of things that are breaking apart in the world before he leaves office. They just sent another $725 million. $725
Oh, Peterbilt.
million.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant Peterbilt. I got you something, buddy. You know my buddy that works for Wolverine Parts? He brought me this for you. It's a nice one. It's heavy. You probably got a couple of them already, but yeah. Send me. I know you've done it before, but send me your digits. I'll mail it to you. Why? Well, because he gets them. He gets them. He asked me if I wanted a couple of them. I'm like, yeah. I don't really wear them much. I said, but I met Peterbilt. I said, my buddy's got a Peterbilt. I think I have it already, the digits.
Coming up next at noon East after the David Webb Show on SiriusXM Patriot. Don't let cold season make you miserable.
Yeah, he gets them to pass out and stuff like that, or when he was passing them out at some Peterbilt dealership or something like that. He was passing other shit swag out, and they gave him swag back. They do this shit all the time.
And here's even better news. Navage is now available at select warehouse clubs at a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better fast.
I don't know why I said Freightliner.
Retailer today. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
You didn't start a business to babysit your poorest performing employees. That's exactly why I started my business, so you don't have to. Hi, I'm Alan Jones, founder and CEO.
One of my few friends that are Michigan fans. he grew up down here in Ohio too. So we both had a good weekend.
Your Bambi HR manager will take care of that for you in your first week with us. You spend your time coaching your A players, we'll take care of the rest. I'm so confident that Bambi will help you focus on what you love about running your business. And I'm offering a $1 trial to the service for your first month. Trust me, there are no limits to the amount of calls or questions you can give your Bambi HR manager. After your first month, just $20. Yes, $29 a month for companies of any size.
I will. His name is Bill. He's older than me, but he's like taking me under his wing.
Patriot under radio to schedule your first call with an HR manager right now. Go to BAMBE.com.
He's a good guy.
Radio.
We're actually having our own little group Christmas holiday party next Wednesday, which kind of sucks, but because Christmas is on a weird day of the week this year.
Imagine safeguarding you and your family with a tangible asset that has stood the test of time. Gold. With Noble Gold Investments, you can diversify your portfolio and protect your wealth from economic turmoil. Our team will guide you through the process, ensuring you make informed decisions that best suit your needs. Call Noble Gold Investments today at 1-888-625-4250. That's 1-888-625-4250.
fucking rear-ended me. Asshole. Come flying around that corner. Alright, somebody's here already. Cool. Alright, y'all. Catch you later. I will be trying to do a desktop stream. We'll see how well the signal is today, though. Peace.